Rahaman from Fulcrum Studio, principal architect of the firm. Started the firm over 20 years ago, having studied in London and Parsons School of Design, New York. And it's been an incredible journey thus far, and I think it's a beginning for a lot more. I think it's important for the team to be able to be acrobatic, so to speak, and to be able to say, all right, we're going to address this and we're going to do it within the tapestry of everything else we're doing. So everybody makes mind space and physical space for something new. And I think that's a really important trait when you're dealing with a project, because that's how life works. It's all about advancing self to begin with. And when the creative juices rise and brim over, then the sky is not even the limit, and you find ways to express your craft, creativity, ingenuity. And these are incredible ways to look at an interesting criteria and react to it with agility, with precision, with glee. Processes are hard to define because there's such a subliminal and almost subconscious way of reacting that if you have a distinct awareness to it, then you're probably working on a very superficial level. But well, the first thing to do is to conceptualize your point of view. What are you bringing to the project that would be distinctly unusual? And it's beyond the project, it's about retail. So if you're talking about how a rug store is meant to look, then it's got to react to the whole aspect of how to change the paradigm of retail unto itself. I think for growth to happen, you need to move away from the normal. And competitions typically have provocative and interesting departures from the ordinary. So that kind of titillates a whole new part of your brain, because the creative inception of that is edgy and fierce and quite surprising even to yourself. Well, if you're never in a box, you don't have to think out of the box. And the challenge is always to set a benchmark in the industry for how an experience can happen. When you walk into a place that sells rugs, how can that experience question everything you know to be true about a rug store? How can you completely create perceptions and questions for the viewer which blur the boundaries of everything that they might have ever preconceived? By just getting it done. When there is the fervor and the passion that drives you, then it all comes together. And in this case, it's a journey right from the concept. And I think it's ultimately the conviction. If you know that there's something that you believe in, that deserves viewership, it deserves to be out there, then that energy and that source will drive you to make sure that you get it done the best way that you possibly can. The one thing that's constant in life is that everybody has the same number of hours. When you have a lot to balance and to do, what comes into question is how those same hours are utilized. What do you get out of those hours? And how do you make those maybe 12 working hours feel like 24 or even like 6, depending on how exactly you spend that time? Well, don't think too hard, because I think that thinking can oftentimes stunt your growth. Just dive right in and grapple with it. And that's what's interesting, because competitions tend to be atypical, and so you use parts of your mind and body that are kind of in the deep freeze. So you bring it out, activate it, have your tribulations with it, but eventually when you realize that there's a lot that you have to offer, the process becomes really enriching and very fulfilling.